It's toss time for match number 2 between Gulshan Youth Club and Club SHAHEEN. I've got the two captains, the Gulshan Youth Club captain Sami in black and Club SHAHEEN captain Shahriar in blue, and also the match umpire Saddam Hussein. And it's time to flip the coin. Sami will flip the coin. Heads is the call. And it's a tail. So, yes, looking forward to the camera. What would you like to do?
We'd like to bat first.
Okay, why?
I think this is a good flat wicket and we have a strong batting lineup. So I think that if we put a good score in on the wicket, then it'll be tough for the opposition to chase.
All right. Well, what sort of a lineup are we looking at? What's the team combination?
Well, we have a very good batting lineup and we bat deep. So we have almost 9 batsmen in total. And we have a good combination of all-rounders. So around about 6 to 7 bowlers as well.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, Shahriar, what would you have liked to do there, batting first?
Well, we would have taken the batting position as well.
Okay, so what sort of team combination are we looking at?
Well, we also have 7 to 8 batsmen in lineup, and I think that would be a great decision if we could have won the toss.
Right. So what sort of a total are you looking to defend?
Well, I think because this is a very short game and it will be a very the batsman will hit like nothing. So maybe if it would be my turn, I would say 150 or 155 would be a very good score to defend. So if they can score this, then that will be a very good score, I guess.
All right, best of luck for the match.
Thank you very much.
So that's the news from the toss. Gulshan Youth Club, they've won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome back to this ULLASH Gulshan Youth Club Sports Fest 2025 100 ball cricket tournament, and this is match number 2, a Group A encounter between Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, the home team, and Club SHAHEEN. These very two teams, they have faced each other yesterday in an other event, the other event football it was. And a while ago, Shanu Rabbani, he was there for the toss, where Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, they won it, and their captain Sami, he elected to bat first. There is a photo session for the home team, Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, with the players and the club president, Mr. Thomal, out there. We have witnessed a very good match in the first game, which was the inaugural match of this 100 ball cricket event, where Cadet College Club, they were up against 𝗂𝗃𝗃 Club, where 𝗂𝗃𝗃 Club, they elected to bat first after winning the toss. And they scored a good total, 137, but Cadet College Club batters, they were too good for that target and they chased it down comprehensively with 10 overs to spare. Yes, there were some movement for the pace bowlers earlier in the morning. Uneven bounce as well. It will be very interesting to see whether the wicket has eased a bit or not. Definitely Gulshan Youth Club Dominators keeper Sami. He thinks that this is a good wicket to bat first. And I must tell you, Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, they are a strong side. Multiple names, very experienced in amateur cricket. And Club SHAHEEN, they have to put on a great show to beat this Gulshan Youth Club team. Shanur Rabbani, who was out in the middle a while ago for the toss, has joined me already in the com box. Shanur, good morning and welcome again. So what do you think? And what was the captain's views about the surface and how they want to approach the game?
Yeah, for Gulshan Youth Club, they won the toss. They decided to bat first. Their captain Sami, he had no confusion about what he wanted to do. Shahriar, he said he would have also wanted to bat first, Club SHAHEEN captain. And he feels like 155, if they can keep them down to a total like that, would be good enough to chase, which remains to be seen. But from what we've seen in the first match, yes, 137 proved to be too few and too easy to chase down. And that is something that other teams will be keeping in mind.
Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, they will bat first, and definitely as the home team they can expect some support. We can see Mohammad Ashraful, he is an assigned coach for the youngsters in this Gulshan Youth Club team, and of course that shows how serious they are about sports. We can see already the umpires are out there in the middle. Gulshan Youth Club Dominators and Club SHAHEEN, they played the first game, the football event yesterday. Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, they won that game by 2-1 against Club SHAHEEN. So definitely Club SHAHEEN, they will be looking for a win in cricket, but that will not be very easy, Shanur. I can tell you that, looking at some of the players in the black and red dugout, they are a strong side, Gulshan Youth Club.
Yeah, early favorites in the tournament perhaps. No wonder they have dominators in their name. Let's see how much they can dominate in this first match of their tournament. The second match of this tournament. The two umpires in the middle already waiting for the players and the teams to come out. Taking a bit of time, it seems. Match should have started by 10:30. It's 10:47 local time right now.
Mohammad Ashraful, coach of the Gulshan Youth Club, heading towards the practice nets where youngsters, they are waiting for him for their morning practice. The first cricketing superstar of Bangladesh, youngest test centurion till date, and what a 100 it was, scoring against the likes of 𝗬𝗎𝗄𝗃, 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃, and a formidable Sri Lankan bowling lineup. On their home ground, it was Colombo, where he scored that 114 runs, and definitely that earned him the Player of the Match award as well back in 2001. We're getting ready for the game to begin. We already saw that the umpires are out in the middle. Club SHAHEEN, they will be fielding first. They will be on the field with blue jerseys on, where on your screen you can see the black and red jerseys. That is the Gulshan Youth Club Dominators team. Special thanks to our sponsors, without whom this brilliant inter-club sports fest wouldn't be possible. Multiple sponsors we can see are helping the cause of this tournament. So we all are getting ready for some action. We can see a few blue shirts with black trousers. There's the Club SHAHEEN team. All the fielders are getting there. And of course, we can see the openers as well. Tanzir with number 333, the Chris Gayle number. And of course, Mac, number 7, will be his opening partner. Mac on your screen. He will be on the non-striking end. Shannon, we saw in the first game, the pace bowlers, the seamers, they got some movement. I can recall Priyam bowling some brilliant in-swingers and also out-swingers. He moved the ball both ways. So do you think the similar assistance will be there for the pacers out there in this second game?
Got an opportunity to have a look at the pitch close up, and 2 pitches will be used throughout this tournament. What I feel is that there are quite a few cracks already. This is day 1. It was the first match that took place already. So, and there are a few white marks. I'm not sure if it came off the ball or not, but yes, it's going to favor the bowlers, I feel, in certain cases. If they can pitch it on that 5th stump channel on a length, not back of a length, not full length, on a length, on a good length. That's the 4 to 6 meter length in the pitch. If they can do that from the Gulshan Youth Club end, then I feel it will be tough for the batters because there's variable bounce there. And the reason I say it is when I had a closer look, I saw that there are not only cracks, but there's a bit of a divot in that area. So because it's not even, and because there's a bit of a divot, the ball might act up. It could bounce lower, it could bounce more, and that's always going to be a challenge for the batters.
Yeah, definitely. So Shanur, he already prescribed what should be the plan, what should be the strategy from the Club SHAHEEN bowlers. Bowl on the 5th stump channel, 4 to 6 meters away from the wickets. Pretty simple, right, Shanur?
Yeah, it's all simple when we talk about it. It's never simple in the middle. So many things, so many variables. You have to run up, you have to bowl, you have to have the control, and then you have to apply your skills time and time and time again.
So all set now for the first ball of the innings. Tanzir, he will be on strike. So the bowler, Rimon. Rimon, right arm medium pace bowler. He will be starting the proceedings. Heavy offside field. You can see a gully in a catching position. You can see a backward point, cover, a deep point as well. So there is protection for a short and wide delivery. A deep cover and deep third man. They're the two boundary riders. So Rimon on his way. Started with a wide. Definitely not the best start. Way outside of stump. And in this format of the game, bowling wide is not a good idea.
We're in for a long match, I have a feeling, Shahjat. Oh, walking down the track a bit, driving it, and gets the boundary. A very well played shot there by Tanzir. Gets off the mark as the dominators, they get off the mark as well.
Started with a wide and then a boundary. 8 runs of 2 balls. Rimon definitely has some job to do. Once again, bowled it too full. So Shanur, you were talking about that 4 to 6 meter length from the stumps, but Rimon, he is looking to bowl it on a fuller length.
I don't know if he's looking to bowl it on a fuller length or if it's just going at a fuller length. But yeah, with his action, you can see he's just trying to land it quite full. One more run added to the total as we approach the end of the over. 4 deliveries, 9 runs scored for the Gulshan Youth Dominators. And we should remind our viewers, or let them know, for those who are tuning in, that it's 3 runs for each wide, and in fact 4 runs for each wide, and the ball also is counted.
Short ball, wanted to pull it, didn't quite middle the ball, but he got the result he was looking for. So boundary to end the over to the first over, 13 for no loss. Let's have a look. It was sliding down the leg side. It was a short delivery. Mac, he wanted to hit it really hard, managing to get an under edge and going just past the wicket-keeper for a boundary. So a very good start for Gulshan Youth Club Dominators. 13 for no loss. Raihan is the new bowler. Big appeal, but the left arm bowler coming around the wicket. Definitely it was sliding down the leg side, but it was a good start from Raihan. Clearly going down with the angle. A good start from him after that expensive first over. Tanzir coming down the wicket. He was anticipating that it will be another leg side, leg stumpish delivery. Good start.
And he's got a bit of something about him. You can call it chutzpah, machismo. We'll have to bowl that again though. And 4 more runs added to the total. The last thing you want to do is give a wide here, because as I mentioned in the last over, that it counts as 4 runs. Oh, that was a juicy full toss, but played it a bit too early, 𝗃𝗠𝒃, and in the end, just a single.
The bowlers are delivering floaters, and that is why these full tosses, they are getting a dip at the very last moment. Thus the batters, they are having difficulties to put those full tosses away for the boundaries. So end of the second over. It's a decent over from Raihan. Even after considering that wide, he gave away only 6, 19 without loss.
Oh, played over the top, but to the fielder, and the catch is taken. 𝗍𝗏, the fielder at mid-off, making no mistake. And that's the first wicket down for Gulshan Youth Dominators.
Skipper of Club SHAHEEN football team taking the catch easily at mid-off. Number 20. He was leading the side yesterday when his team was taking on Gulshan Youth Club Dominators in that football game. These same two opponents, they were facing each other. 𝗍𝗏, definitely it will give him some confidence. On the other hand, Mac, he wanted to go over the top, and the lack of pace from Rimon, Mac wanted to use his feet as well, but he couldn't really get to the pitch of the ball, and it got big on him. Early success for Rimon.
I think this was his ploy. Rather than just bowling it full, he wanted to bowl it away from the batter. This time, Shezan, the new batter, drives it. Gets 𝗃𝗠𝒃 back on strike. Gulshan Youth Dominators, yes, they've gotten off to a quick start, but at the same time, they have lost a wicket.
Well, it was, to be very honest, a shot out of his own characteristics. Mac, he usually likes to maneuver the ball along the carpet. He is very good player finding the gaps, but on that occasion he wanted to go over the top. That is mainly Tanzir's job in this team as an opener. Beautifully bowled. That was a good appeal. Immediately the umpire walked away from the bowler. So clearly that indicates that he thinks it was sliding down the leg side. Yes, it was. Tanzir, he wanted to play a shot over the top of mid-on probably.
Again, another appeal. Again, probably going down leg, and oh, it's gonna run away to the boundary. Leg by salt to the wound for the bowler and the fielding team, as you see. And yes, it was going down leg, and the fielder at short fine just couldn't get down in time.
Rimon, I think, will be looking forward to correct the line. Back-to-back deliveries down the leg side. Yes, better line. and immediately he had the batter in some trouble. So end of the third over, 25 for 1. You can see it was wide outside off stump. Shaheen, he wanted to come down the wicket and played it over that extra cover region. But a tennis ball like bounce really saved the bowler. 𝗵𝗏 continuing. Oh, it was straight to the fielder, but he dropped it. Slightly difficult chance for Mahmudul, fielding at square leg.
Short, pulled straight to the fielder at square leg, and Mahmudur, this is full and given the deserved treatment by Tanzir. Now, is that not going to be called a no ball? We'll wait for the signal from the umpires. No sign. It was definitely high enough. But nonetheless, 4 more runs added to Gulshan dominators and Tanzir's bat. Oh, now this could result in more runs. Yes, wides, 4 more runs.
I think 𝗵𝗏 himself knows that he got away with that no ball on the previous delivery. And definitely that was playing back of his mind and losing the line. Bowled him! I was talking about how Tanzir, he likes to play over the top, and he was looking for that opportunities. Once again coming down the wicket and wanting to go over the top through the leg side, but missed it completely, and 𝗵𝗏 got his wicket.
Ravishing 𝗵𝗏, bowling with shades on and the cap on, slows it down just a bit, seeing how Tanzir likes to come down the wicket, making him miss all ends up, seeing his wicket go cartwheeling. Tanzir gone for 10 as the dominators lose their second wicket.
𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃, the new batter. 𝗵𝗏. Down the leg side into the gap, played it beautifully. First ball, boundary earned by 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃. End of the 4th over. Look at that. He was standing on his ground, letting the ball to come at him, and at the very last moment uses his wrist to get the gap beautifully. So Gulshan Youth Club dominators, they are 2 down, but they are really going all guns blazing. 37 for 2 after 4.
Al-Amin, the new bowler, coming into the attack. Gulshan Youth Club Dominators off to a flyer. Despite having lost 2 wickets, they are batting at a very good run rate, just under 10. Oh, now this was so close. Wow.
Once again, flighted delivery and beat him in the flight. Beautifully bowled. Wanted to sweep. It's good to see Club SHAHEEN really battling it hard. They know they are up against a very strong opposition. Yes, they have conceded a few extras. Talking about extras, once again, conceding 4 runs. Wides cost 4 runs. So definitely these are not the deliveries you want to bowl.
Oh, full toss, juicy, and placed very nicely for another boundary.
Losing the plot. Bowling 2 beautiful deliveries, then sliding down the leg side for a wide, and now trying to overcompensate, making it a full toss and easy picking for Shejan. And he hit it with some power. Once again, it will be another boundary, 1 bounce through that square leg region. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗃, he is looking really, really good. Beg your pardon, Shejan it was who hit the boundary. So end of the 5th over. Back-to-back boundaries from Shejan. 49 for 2.
Mahmudur dropped a catch earlier in this match into the attack. Just making some final fine-tuning and adjusting the field accordingly. It seems like the fielder at deep backward point has to come inside the circle. So an aggressive field set up on the offside. If you can go over the top, there are runs driven straight to that cover point region. A dot ball to begin the over.
Al-Amin bowled an expensive first over. And that is why change in the bowling. Mahmudur started with 2 dot balls now. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗃, relatively new in the crease, hit a boundary. The first ball he faced the previous over. Will be single.
Brings up the team 50 for the Dominators in the 6th over. Partnership currently on 17 from 9 deliveries. Shejan back on strike. Hit his last 2 deliveries for boundaries. Cuts it into the gap. And that's 3 boundaries in a row off the bat of Shejan.
He celebrates the team 50 in style. Short and wide into the back foot, played through the covers. Beautiful shot. Shejan looks in good touch. Way outside off stump. That is a big, big, big wide. And 4 more runs to the Dominators. End of the 6th. 58 for 2.
Arms went up on his head. the moment the wide was called. Yes, he knew he erred in length, having bowled a pretty good over. That was not the way he would have wanted to finish it.
$58 for 2 after 6 overs. That's 30 balls for you. Remember, this is a 100-ball contest. Al-Amin comes back to the attack. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Ishtiaq wanted to go down the wicket, and at the very last moment had to adjust with the flight. Back-to-back dot deliveries.
Yeah, I mean, off to a good start in this over. Projected score saying 197, which should be one heck of a total. Oh, clean bowled. Tried to come down the wicket and play it over the top. Al-Amin beat Ishtiaq, all ends up. And in the end, he has to depart, having scored 5 from 6 deliveries. Gulshan Youth Club dominators losing their 3rd wicket at 58.
Beautifully bowled once again, beating the batter in the flight. It definitely, clearly, a bit early into the shot. 5 of 6. Ishtiaq, he has to depart. Bowled by Al-Amin. And Club SHAHEEN, they are really enjoying their time out there. 3rd wicket picked up by them. So yes, that is one way to restrict the opponent, to stop the opponent from scoring freely. Though Shezan on the other end, he is batting really well. Picked up 3 boundaries in the last 3 deliveries he faced so far. Al-Amin providing the much needed breakthrough his team needs. Atiq, the new batter, right-handed batter. They need to do a building up job now. What an over so far. 2 dot balls, then a wicket. He definitely wants to finish it on a high. The dominators, they are currently dominated by the SHAHEENs. Again, wanted to cut it, but it was too close to cut. Fantastic bowling from Al-Amin. 4 dot deliveries, including a wicket in this over.
Well watched. Wow, what an over. A wicket maiden. All of a sudden, SHAHEEN, they're fighting back.
Mahmudur. Beautifully bowled and beautifully stolen single from Shahzan, realizing the importance of rotating the strike. They are under a bit pressure now. The previous over from Al-Amin, it was a wicket maiden. Oh, once again, sliding down the leg side, gifting away 4 runs. Definitely they don't want that. Releasing the pressure.
Well, another single, but things have quietened down for the Gulshan Youth Dominators. They started off with a bang, and now all of a sudden you see Club Shaheen, they're fighting back and fighting hard.
Mahmudur. Beautifully played. It was a good effort by the fielder, but Shahzan, he middled it nicely. Club Shaheen, they want to pick up Shahzan's wicket now. He is looking very dangerous. Will keep the strike to himself in the next over after 8, 69 for 3. Not a very convincing looking scorecard if you are on the side of the dominators. Tanzir, 10, opened the innings. Rubaiyat Mak, he failed today, scored 5 only. Ishtiaq Sadiq also departed, scoring 5 runs only. But Shahzan, he is trying to score some runs and trying to score those quickly. He's looking good as well. Will be on strike now, 69 for 3 after 8. So Club Shaheen, in the initial phase of the innings, they conceded some runs, conceded a few wides as well. That is one area they really want to improve on. Every now and then they are gifting our runs. If they could control that, then that will be a very difficult job for the dominators to score runs. This is not a very good wicket. This is not a very comfortable wicket for the batters. For a length, driven beautifully into the gap. Good footwork. Very good footwork by Al-Amin, and Rimon collected and threw the ball back to the bowlers. So good teamwork done, and that is good to see. When your team is on top, you definitely want to save every run possible, and that is how you build pressure on the batting side. Shahryar, the new bowler, conceded 2 runs of the first ball. Good line, good length. These are not professional cricketers, so if you can bowl it on the 4th or 5th stump corridor, that will be a difficult job for the batters to score runs. Yes, we have seen Shahzan hitting a boundary, a couple of boundaries in fact, through that offside. But still, you have to be very skilled to play those kind of shots consistently. Good comeback from Shahryar in this over. So last few overs, they are going very good for Club Shaheen bowlers. trying to exert some pressure on the batting side. This time through the gap for a boundary. Shizan, somehow he is finding some ways to score runs. Coming down the wicket, the bowler tried to follow the batter, and on the process he ended up bowling a full toss, rolling the wrist on the top of the bounce of the ball, putting it into the gap and changing the fielding. The square leg fielder pushed back towards the boundary line. Short ball pulled away. That is big. That was an easy picking for the batter. So good over for the Dominator. Shezan is cruising along. 81 for 3 now. Look at that. It was there to be hit, and Shezan accepted it gleefully. Brilliant hit over mid-wicket for 6 runs. The bowling cards 1 wicket each for Raymond, Raihan and Alamin. Alamin bowled brilliantly, conceding 12 runs off his 2 overs. Then Mahmudur and Shahriar, they are the ones who got a bit expensive. Mahmudur ten runs and over is his economy, and this is the last over before the change of ends. After 10 overs there will be a change of ends. Good batting. Atik realizing the importance of handing the strike over to Shezan, who is middling it perfectly. Already scored 31 of only 18 balls. Good delivery. Targeting the block hole. Oh, not good, not good. Alamin, couple of overs ago, he did really well failing in that mid of long off region, but this time he failed to cleanly pick the ball up, thus allowing the batters to come back for the second run. Shezan trying to play across the line. Probably it was an inside edge. So definitely no response from the umpire. Looking to come down the wicket. Yes, big deflection of the inside edge. Clever bowling. Clever bowling. The wicket keeper, he is keeping just a bit closer to the stumps, not really at the stumps, on the stumps. And that is a huge wicket. That is a huge wicket. Shezan, a couple of balls ago, he wanted to come down the wicket, and that really enticed the wicketkeeper to come closer towards the stump, and that is why he could hold on to that catch. It was really going down an inside edge. Very good catch. Excellent, smart catch, and that is a big wicket. Shezan departs for 33. And just when Dominators, they were looking good, they were looking to rebuild these innings, they lost a wicket. Caught Mahmudur, bowled Mahmudur. 84 for 4 after 10. halfway through the innings, 84 for 4. And the Dominators just lost a huge wicket. Shaheen was looking really, really good and really looking to take the game away from the Club SHAHEEN team. Mahmudur, what a price, what a timely wicket that was. And what about that catch as well? The wicket-keeper, just a couple of balls ago, he was keeping on his keeping in his traditional position. When he saw that Shaheen, he was looking to use his feet coming down the wicket, he came a bit closer to the stumps. Still Shaheen wanted to go down the wicket the next ball. He missed it. And the very next ball, he didn't go down the wicket. Wanted to play from the crease, under-edging it. And that was a brilliant, brilliant catch by the wicket-keeper. So top-notch planning and execution from Club SHAHEEN. Al-Amin. What a shot, Atiq. Wow. Fetching it from way outside off stump and getting a 6 through that cow corner region. That is a replay you want to look at. Flat batted 6. Brilliant shot. Atiq. 90 for 4. Again going across the line into the gap through the same region. So the Dominators, they are looking to dominate. Yes, they lost a wicket, the prize wicket of Shaheen, but Atiq, he is trying to accelerate now. Start of the second half of the innings. Hit a 6, then a 4. Al-Amin will feel the pressure. Making some adjustments in the field, trying to close the gap in the leg side. Now there is a square leg, there is a mid wicket. In fact, 2 mid wickets, you can say, and 1 within the circle as well. So 5 men. Played with softer hands, Atiq. Good running into the wicket. So the field position was very, very interesting. There was a long on in place, then a mid wicket, a square leg in close proximities, and also a short mid wicket. Now Fuad was beaten by the turn, but there is no one to stop the ball, to stop the batters as well, to take the single. So this is a good over for the Dominators. Started with a 6, then a boundary, then 2 singles. Last ball coming up. Thirteen of the over, 11 gone, 97 for 4. Good over for the Dominators. The 11th one, 13 of 8, 97 for 4 after 11. And that is the partnership as well. Shaheen got out on the very last delivery of the 10th over. Change in the bowling. Last 12 balls, they have scored 26 runs. Outside edge, a lucky boundary. No one patrolling that third man boundary. And the keeper is keeping on the stumps. Had no control over the shot. Thankfully, got the boundary he wanted. Atiq, he is looking good really. And hundreds up for Gulshan Youth Club Dominators, 101 for 4. 1933, 58, 84. Uppishly played. He never reached there, to be honest. Yes, he put on the dive, but it was really far away from him. Back-to-back boundaries. Another good start to this over. Good effort. Good effort. He knew that it was away from him. It was out of his reach. Into the gap again. Hat-trick of boundaries. Atiq. He is turning it on. What a shot it was. There was a mid-off. Long off, I beg your pardon. There was a long off. There was a cover as well. He placed it right in between them. And that is a 6. 4, 4, 4 and 6. Azmat is not having a good time with the ball. Atiq picking it up from way outside off stump. It was a fuller length delivery, targeting that mid-wicket boundary. Middle it brilliantly. 115 for 4. 18 already in this over, 13 in the previous over. So this second half of the innings is really going good for the Dominators. Dot ball to end the over after 12, 115 for 4. Some hitting going on in the Gulshan Youth Club cricket field. Atiq, 32 of 14. When the Dominators lost the wicket of Shezan, we were thinking that the ship was sinking. But Atiq, he said, well, let me handle the steering now. And how well he is driving it now. 31 partnership of 10 balls, and Fuad's contribution is only 1 of 1. Shahriar. Fuad doing the right thing. Taking a single, giving the strike back to the dangerous Atiq. He is looking really, really good. I'm pretty sure he will target a boundary. This will be the only second ball of the over. Yes, into the gap as well. Oh, that should have been stopped. Abir it was, fielding in that square leg region. He covered the ground pretty well, pretty fast too, but couldn't go down on time. Look at that. There, he missed it. He couldn't really go down on time. So Atiq, he wanted to pick up a boundary and he got it. So once again, the pressure is on the bowler, Shahriar. This time should be a single only. Yes, good work done by the deep fielder, Alamin. We were talking about how strong this Gulshan Youth Club dominator side is. A floater it was, and Fuad will pick up a single. Look at the projected score, 202. Currently they are scoring close to 10. They lost wickets in regular intervals. They lost set batters, but every time they lost a wicket, someone else raised their hand. Big shot attempted into the gap, one bounce and a 4. It was a juicy full toss, and the mode Atiq is in currently, he is not gonna miss it. Look at that. That ball was dipping at the last moment. That is why Atiq came down the wicket to get to the pitch of the ball and made it onto a fuller length. Placed it perfectly in the gap as well after 126 for 4. 41 of 17 Atiq. What a brilliant innings he is playing. Shaheen played his part as well, 33 of 22. And these two batters taking the game away from the bowlers from Club SHAHEEN. And they are not helping it as well, giving away 29 extra runs. That is a huge number. Definitely they'd love to find some discipline. Every wides they bowled, it cost them 4 runs. Oh, I'm feeling really sad for the Club SHAHEEN. They were really looking good at some stage, but now they are running out of ideas. The body language is not looking good. Mahmudur, he picked up the wicket of Shaheen in the 10th over. That was the last ball of the 10th over. Now he has been brought back into the attack to bowl his last over. 126 for 4. Can he do it for his team? Onto the leg side, played beautifully. Slight misfield, allowing the batter to come back for the second, but a better throw could have been curtains for Atiq. It was an opportunity, but the throw was not good enough. Oh, they really need to tighten the screws. You cannot let these opportunities go. Fuller length. Couldn't touch the ball with the bat, but will pick up a leg by. Oh, what an opportunity it was to get rid of Atiq, who is batting brilliantly on 47 from 17 balls. Fuad and Atiq decided to go for the second run on the misfield. And there is a saying in cricket that never run on a misfield. Almost they proved that proverb right. What a pity. Beautifully played. Slight mix-up, but no harm done. So this is a good over from Mahmudur. Couple of runs to start with, then a single, now a dot ball. Down the leg side. That is where Club SHAHEEN, they are losing the plot. It was a perfectly decent over up until that point. 3 runs of 3 balls. Now he gave away 4 runs. Should be a no ball and a flat 6 as well. Full toss. Thankfully, no one was sitting on that chair. That could have been a life-threatening shot. Definitely it slipped out of the hand. No ball, 6. Everything is going Dominator's way. So, apart from the 6, 4 more runs added to the total, courtesy of that no ball. So 10 runs of the last ball alone. 10 runs on the previous ball, he bowled a wide, that makes 14. And with the 3 runs he conceded from the first 3 balls, that was a 17 runs over. And that is where Club Shaheen bowlers, they are losing the plot. They are conceding way more extras. 140 for 4, 43 for 4 after 14. Rimon. Who will be the bowler who could stop this destructive batting inside edge? Good call, early call from Atiq. He wanted to get back to the strike. He is batting on 47. So definitely we'll look forward to reach the 50, which will be the first 50 of the tournament. Earlier in the first match, Priyam from Cadet College Club, he had the opportunity but he lost his wicket going for a big shot on 47. So jointly Atiq is now on the highest individual score in an innings in this event so far. Only in the second game. And that will be his 50 with that boundary. Atiq, what a beautiful innings he is playing. Especially after the loss of Shaheen's wicket. When we were thinking that Club Shaheen, they are back into this game. But Atiq had some other ideas. 7 fours, 3 sixes, 22 balls, 50. He is looking really, really dangerous. Tried to hit it too hard. Straight to the fielder, no runs. So dot ball is a good result now for Club Shaheens, especially when Atiq is on strike. Slower delivery. Atiq couldn't really pick that up. Played it a bit early. This time into the gap, over the boundary for another 6. What a shot it was. 150 up. Look at that, making some room. Going over that extra cover region and it is still traveling. The way he is batting, if he stays till the end, you never know. He could get the 100 as well. Again, this will be a boundary. In between long on and long off. He is hitting boundaries for fun now. After 1558 for 4. He was waiting this occasion for that slower ball and picked the gap beautifully. 158 for 4 after 15, and there will be a change in the com box. Welcoming Shahanur Rabbani.
Thank you so much, Ajad. Wow, a lot has changed in the last few overs. Gulshan Youth Dominators are dominating, and what's very interesting to see is the way they've gone about it. the way Atiq has batted. And you look at Fuad on the other end, he knows exactly what to do. He's giving Atiq as much strike as possible, not trying to go for hero himself. And I think that's what partnerships are all about. It's about understanding when to do what and what to do what's best for the team. And that's what they've done so far, posting a score that looks to be a formidable one.
I think it is already a formidable total, Shahnur. The projected score, definitely. I will be very surprised if they cannot touch that 200 run mark from this position. Will be a no ball. Will be a boundary first. We are waiting for the umpire. Well, it's a boundary only. He has not signaled the no ball. Well, I am surprised with this decision. I thought it was too high.
Yeah, perhaps, but the umpire's call is the final word. Raihan can consider himself slightly lucky. Much better on this occasion. He's been a solid customer with the ball, Raihan. Yes, took the wicket early on, and in general has kept a lid on things. And I say kept a lid on things given what the other bowlers have done and also what Gulshan Youth Club dominators have put up so far, going at over 10 runs per over.
Easy picking for Fuad. And that goes for a boundary. I think he will be oh yes, that is a 6. I thought it bounced just inside the rope. But yes, that was a poor delivery. With no protection in the deep, on the leg side, you cannot bowl on the pads with this pace. So already it's an expensive over, still a ball to go, 12 of it already, 170 for 4.
Oh yes, the finger goes up. So Fuad trying to chase the wide one. In the end, it's a very good catch by the wicketkeeper as well. Because this seems like a ploy. Look at the wicketkeeper, Russell. He moved to the right. He took a step early to get himself in position. Right there, you see it. He got himself in perfect position and balance to take a wonderful grab. Fuad gone for 14. And the dominators, they finally lost a wicket, but that is one heck of a partnership. The danger man is still there in the middle.
$170 for 5. 4 more overs. That's 20 balls. So definitely dominators. 200 is still very much on the cards. They need 30 from 20 balls to get there. And Atiq batting on 66 from 27. You can see the projected scores at the bottom of your screen as well. 213. Scoring currently over 10.5 runs per over. Azmoth, after that expensive over he bowled earlier for 18 runs. He comes back again. And the good news for the dominators is Atiq is on strike. Tiwari, the new batter, it will be very interesting to see what will be his plan, what will be his approach when he will get the strike. Well, currently, Atiq is not letting us think about those things, that what should be Tewari's strategy. Atiq's strategy currently is see the ball, hit the ball. And he hit it out of the park.
Yeah, moving closer to his century. Another full toss. Dealt with gay abandon. 6 more added to the total. And Atiq's individual score.
Well, I think the people passing, walking down that street, they should have an eye on the field. The way Atiq is batting, their lives are in danger. The cars are in danger on the street. Azmoth greeted with back-to-back sixes. It was a fuller length ball played upishly. And that's the confusion right there, Shahanur. I think he was thinking whether to go for that catch or wait and play it safe. Six, 6-1, and Tewari, he will be on strike now. 2 balls left in this over. I think he could go for a big shot now. Well, he opted to go for the single and handle the strike back. Okay, well. He started going for the second run. Spotted the opportunity. Spotted the fielder was a bit slow. And accepted that opportunity he got. Couple of runs. So Tewari gets off the mark. A rare dot delivery to end the over. At the end of 17, 185 for 5. $15 more balls to go. Atiq is on strike. 79 of 30. With each over passing by, the run rate is creeping up higher and higher. That is the current run rate. I'm not talking about the required one. And I'm afraid the required run rate will be a big one for Club SHAHEEN. Atiq flat batted, beautifully fielded. In vain. It was a good effort from the fielder, but he couldn't stop the ball to roll over the boundary line. Look at that. Till then he was under control, but Azmoth couldn't stop it. This time again. Oh no, that was poor fielding. That was poor fielding. Alamin. The pressure is getting to the fielders. Back-to-back boundaries. And on both occasions, those boundaries could have been prevented. 193 for 5, and Atiq suddenly reaching a 3-figure mark for him is a very much possibility. Short ball played with some power. One bounce to that long on fielder. Already 9 runs of this over from the first 3 balls. So already an expensive over from Shahryar. 194 for 5. Still 12 balls to go. Will be a single. This is a brilliant total from the perspective of a proper T20 game of 120 balls. This is a 100-ball contest. So you can realize how brilliantly they have batted. The length was good. Yes, it was bowled on a shorter length, but the pace was not there as well. So after starting by conceding 2 boundaries back to back, finished the over well, Shahryar. 11 of it after 196 for 5. Every bowler, they took some beating. Azmoth, Shahryar and Raihan, they have economies of over 10, and currently they are just trying to finish the remaining overs. Atiq, once again, he will be on strike. This will be into the gap for a single. So this is Raihan's last over. He bowled 3 overs previously. The left-arm medium pace bowler. The first 2 overs were tight, but then Atiq happened to him. Once again, 4 extra runs. Too many extras to my liking from Club SHAHEEN bowlers. And with those 4 extra runs, 200 is already on the board. 200 for 5. Playing inside out, into the gap. No chance for the fielder to stop that. Just going through the inevitables, Club SHAHEEN. Low full toss, making some room. 𝗃𝗧 playing it inside out. He is also looking very good now to provide that finishing touch for the Dominators. 205 for 5. That was dipping at the last moment. Good work done. Restricted the batter down to a single. Atiq on 90. He will be on strike for the final ball of this over. Can he do it? Can he score 10 more runs to get the first 100 in this contest? Will be a single easily. 𝗃𝗧 wanted the second, but it was not there for the batters. So end of the 19th over. Good over once again, and good news for Dominators is Atiq will be on strike for the last over. 207 for 5. Last over. Last 5 deliveries to go. Atiq needs 9 more runs to get to his 100. Six of them have already been scored from the first ball. It was a flighted delivery onto the leg stump, coming down the wicket, playing it over that mid-wicket region, and that is a huge hit. Look at that ball going. 97 Atiq. Can he do it? This is a very much possibility now for him. Four more balls to go. Wanted to go for the big shot again, but into the gap. And the fielder misses it, and that's the 100 for Atiq. Doesn't matter how it comes. The boundary is also scored by Atiq. That is the 12th boundary for him. 101 along with 7 sixes. Flighted ball for Al-Amin. Misfielded. Should have stopped that one. So 3 more balls to go. Atiq is looking really, really gigantic now. 217 for 5. Will be 5 extra runs. Down the leg side, wide. They stole a single as well. Tiwari now will be on strike. Flighted delivery. Played through that leg side. Wayward throw. And allowed the batter for the second run. And the wicket keeper, he broke the stumps, allowed the batter for the third run. Sloppy, absolutely sloppy from Club Shaheens. They are not helping themselves. So for the last delivery of the innings, Atiq will be on strike once again. He is batting on 104 runs from 40 deliveries. And he finishes it with style, in style. On the street again. Going down the wicket. Going to the pitch of the ball. And a huge hit over long on. Atiq finishes on 110. And that is a humongous total from Gulshan Youth Club Dominators. 232 is the final score. And if I say that this is a formidable total from the Dominators, that will be an understatement, and that is the batting card. Star of the innings, Atiq, 104 for 40. So the wicket of Shezan actually worked in favor of him. Some support from Fuad and Tiwari at the end as well. 231. I'm pretty sure it will be corrected. 231 for 5 is the final score, and 46 is the extra. Nothing to talk about on this card. Raihan picked up a couple of wickets, but he conceded 41 runs. Al-Amin conceded 49 runs. He picked up a wicket as well. Mahmudur 1 for 37. And the whole innings is a highlight package, yes. It was a shaky start from the Dominators. losing a couple of wickets pretty early. That was a good catch from Ijaz. Then Tanzir trying to play across the line of Raihan, missed it completely, and the stump went cartwheeling. Then Ishtiaq Sadiq started off with a boundary. He was looking good. But then he lost his wicket as well. At that point of time, Club Shaheen, they were really dominating the dominators. Shezan, after playing a good knock of 33, that ball kept a bit low, and he underaged it to the keeper, and then the Atiq show started. And what a brilliant knock he played all around the ground. Huge sixes. Fuad got out in that fashion, but it was already too late. And Atiq, he was scoring boundaries for fun. And that was the final hit. And that was a six as well. He's finished on 110, unbeaten. And 231 for 5 is the final score for the dominators. Can Club Shaheen achieve it? It will be a very much stiff uphill task for them, but we will come back to see how they play, how they approach that run chase.
They've posted an indomitable total over 230, perhaps could end up being one of the biggest totals in this tournament as they get back onto the field, and this is going to be quite a daunting task for SHAHEEN Club to chase this down. They had moments in the first innings where they looked like they could keep the Dominators down to an easier total, I should say. And at the toss, their captain spoke about wanting to chase down 150, 155. They'll have to chase a lot more though, and it will require some exceptional hitting from the batting side in the run chase. In commentary, I'm Shahanur Rabbani, and I'm joined by Sajjad Udash, who was commentating for the most part of the first innings, and he saw some big hitting. Which player or players impressed you the most, Sajjad?
I think that is a question whose answer is known to everyone. Atiq, what a 100 it was. 110 not out, and he single-handedly took the game away from Club SHAHEEN. Club SHAHEEN were looking really good halfway through the innings. After 10, the last ball of the 10th over, they got the wicket of Shezan as well, who was looking good. He scored 33. But immediately, from the very first ball of the 11th over, the second half of the innings, after the ends changed, the picture changed as well. Atiq wanted to counter-attack, and how well he did it. Taking down all the bowlers by himself, and all other batters since then, they played the supporting role. What a brilliant hitting display it was from him. But now Club SHAHEEN, I'm not really sure what weapons they have in their armory. You never know this level of cricket. There could be some surprising element as well, but as I talked about it every now and then, how strong this Gulshan Youth Club team is, and they showed it. They showed it when they were batting. Now it's time for the bowlers to defend it successfully, but I'm afraid that Club SHAHEEN could be facing a big defeat today.
Well, let's see what happens in the next 20 overs. Oh, close to the first slip. Interesting to see a slip in play in the first place. And Club SHAHEEN are off the mark.
Interesting choice of shots. With that slip in place, he opted to play it late, opening the face of the bat. Could be dangerous, but thankfully no harm done. In fact, he gets off the mark. Shanian, a very known face. Bowled a wide, that's 4 runs. Oh, that is a big hit from Shahryar. And that's the first 6. Shahryar, he received a few while he was bowling. He definitely want to return some back.
Absolutely. And has gotten plenty of support from the dugout. They're impressed with the shot. They'll need plenty more to continue. Down the leg side. Will be 4 more runs added to the total as wides. Shanian conceding 14 runs so far. In fact, 21 so far in this over. Played with soft hands on that occasion. Good comeback by the bowler. And with that, that is the end of the first over. Pace introduced, and immediately we see some swing on that occasion. Gulshan Youth Club, a strong outfit, as you can tell by the way they batted. Oh, a play and a miss, very close to the outside edge.
Spin to start now. Right arm medium pace bowler. It's a very, very difficult job in hand for the club SHAHEEN batters. 232 is the target. Upishly played, will be single. No timing on that. They need everything. They need singles, they need boundaries, they need sixes, they need extras as well. They gifted away 46 extra runs when they were bowling. 46, Shanur. That is a huge number. Good ball.
So I'm guessing that includes 10 wides at least. And then no balls and buys perhaps. Anyways, a good over so far. Oh, stopping the bowler on his tracks at the very end.
Bowled on a fuller length, got a touch to it. I'm not really sure whether it was a catch. Oh, the non-striking batter who were running towards the striker end, Amit, he had no idea that the ball was coming towards his end. Yes, it was half a chance. And Amit, he was taking it really easy, not realizing the ball is coming towards his end, and thankfully it wasn't on target. Otherwise, some real harm could happen. So end of the second over, 17 for no loss.
Play and a miss. Tanzid into the bowling attack. Opened the batting for the Dominators. Bowled the off cutter to begin with. Trying to get whatever is in the pitch And very interesting choice of bowling by the faster bowlers, bowling it wide, making the batters play. Oh, on this occasion, Shahryar once again wasn't ready, I believe. Tanzir clearly unhappy as to why Shahryar wasn't ready. But it's a batter's game. We know Shahjad. He'll have to walk back and bowl it again.
Yes, it is a batter's game. That was a good delivery by Tanzir. So you were talking about cricket being a batter's game. Couple of days ago, I was rewatching the highlights of that 2019 World Cup final and watched that incident where that throw from the deep from Martin Guptill hit Ben Stokes' bat and went for the boundary. And I was thinking, people as fans, we start screaming things going against the spirit of the game when we see an incident of run out. I'm not in favor of calling it man card or in that Ashes, whatever. Well, meanwhile, it was a very good shot for a boundary from Shahryar. So I was talking about the incident that happened to the Jonny Bairstow, the wicketkeeper from Australia. So everyone was talking about how those things went against the spirit of the game, but no one talked about Martin Guptill. That thing, no one spoke about that going against the spirit of the game. Yes, that was not Ben Stokes' fault. Shahryar is looking really, really good, getting back-to-back boundaries from the last two deliveries of the over. Bowled on a fuller length, Tanzir once again. So good start from Club Shaheen as well. They are not letting it go easily. 29 for no loss after 3. So going back to the discussion of cricket being the batter's game. So I was thinking that only the incidents that goes against the batters, only then fans cry about things, incidents going against the spirit of the game. Whether I think it should be a even discussion. When things go against the bowling team, you should raise your voice too. I'm not blaming England or Ben Stokes for that instance, and that will be the first wicket. Imtiaz trying to go over the top. I'm not really sure whether that was a right flow because Shahryar was batting really well. I think Imtiaz could have opted to take a single and get back Shahryar back on strike, but he wanted to go over the top instead, mishitting it and losing his wicket.
Yeah, and as expected, the openers would have wanted to play over the top, especially in the power plays, but just couldn't get the right amount of connection. Habib has bowled 1.2 overs, given away just 2 runs and has already taken a wicket. Looking really, really good here. Club Shaheen, they look to try and build a few partnerships, especially in the early overs. Let's see if they can do so. Shahjad, to your point, as far as the spirit of cricket is concerned, yes, you could say that the Martin Guptill incident went against the spirit of cricket, where the throw hit the bat, and then it's something that's up there for debate and discussion. Had Ben Stokes said that, hey, look, it hit my bat and it went for a boundary, it was a dead ball situation perhaps, I don't want to get those extra runs. Oh, very close to the leg stump. Still wides. 4 more runs added to the total.
See Shanur calling that ball wide, being so close to that leg stump. That is against the spirit of the game. Look at that.
I guess it's an arbitrary thing when we talk about spirit of cricket. It's almost like, how can the bowler get an advantage without playing by the rules? Sometimes you could say, how can the batter gain an advantage without playing by the rules? But there aren't too many rules for the batters. There are a lot of rules for the bowlers. Number of bouncers you can bowl, what sort of deliveries you can bowl. There isn't a number, as we see another wide. This time it is much wider. There isn't a number on the number of shots you can play, let's say the number of pulls you can play against a short delivery, or the number of times you can play or attempt a switch hit. So batters have it all. And as I said, it's a batter's game. Cricket is designed in such a way where they think about the element of what fans will find entertaining. And as cricket has become more and more commercialized with white ball cricket and now T20, T10, as we're seeing this version as well, 100 ball T20 cricket, where it's about what fans will feel entertained with. And fans in general like to see more runs than they like to see wickets. Having said that, in Test cricket now with the World Test Championship and teams wanting results, they're going for more and more bowling-friendly pitches as much as they can to get results within the 5 days. That's a big appeal. Habib quite adamant that should have been out, but yeah, on a second glance, that looks quite close. That swung back in quite a bit. Perhaps it did a bit too much. Shahriar is still there on 15 from 12.
𝗃𝗺 started well. Straight to the fielder. The point I was trying to make, Shanur, is I have nothing against Ben Stokes or England or Alex Carey. I just want to see end of this debate. If it's within the rule, it is within the rule. There should not be a discussion about the spirit of the game. You want to keep the spirit of the game intact? Okay. If a fielder gets injured, you don't run. That is how the spirit of the game should be kept intact. But you cannot blame the batters for going for the run as well. So this is a very much subjective thing. And you cannot really look the bowlers as your stepbrothers. When you talk about the rules, well, 𝗃𝗺 got the big wicket of Shahriar. Shahriar was struggling lately. Started off by hitting a few boundaries, but he was struggling, lost his partner as well in the previous over, and now lost his stumps.
That is a peach of a delivery. Look at the swing. And it swung back in even more. Shahriar, not much he could have done about that. The late swing and then the movement by pitching, just too good. In the end, he's gone for 15 from 15, bowled by 𝗃𝗺, as SHAHEEN Club lose their second wicket.
Lost his run up, 𝗃𝗺. Arafat, the new batter, Club SHAHEEN. They started off on a positive note, but now they lost both their openers. Still, the run rate is not bad. will be a single. Very interesting bowling action. 𝗃𝗺 reminds me of the likes of Chris Harris, former Black Caps all-rounder. End of the 5th over, only one of it and a wicket from 𝗃𝗺. 38 for 2. Tiwari, the new bowler introduced into the attack, starts with a dot ball. Decent all-rounder. We watched a glimpse of his batting towards the back end of the innings when Dominators were batting. Played the supporting role to Atiq.
Pushed with soft hands. Quick single taken. This really won't help though. They need boundaries. And at this moment, they're falling way behind the 8 balls, we like to say. They should have been somewhere around 80 in the 6th over, given they're chasing 230 plus. Again, another single. It's almost like they're playing a different game, our club SHAHEEN, perhaps just looking to survive the 20 overs.
It's looking like so. Though they started well, they were 37 for no loss. 37 for 1, I beg your pardon, at the end of 4th over. But the 5th over by 𝗃𝗺, he conceded only 1 run, and Tiwari, what a follow-up over he has bowled. Only 2 runs off it. So these 2 overs have really brought Dominators back into this game, and now club SHAHEEN, look at that required run rate, 13 plus already. 40 for 2 after 6.
Please talk about the nature. Once to stand by.
Yeah, what a sight. Lots of greenery around these parts. Although we're in the middle of the city, but Gulshan Youth Club gives people living in this area and around a bit of respite from the hustle and bustle and the concrete jungle, with some serenity and some wonderful cricket on weekends. Now that's a big appeal, but the umpire suggesting it was going down leg side, umpire Saddam Hussain. 𝗃𝗺, we're seeing quite some vicious in-swingers from him. Swinging in late, he's already taken a wicket. Has been a difficult customer to deal with.
Beautifully bowled once again. Quick single taken. So talking about the trees, talking about the shadows. Some fielders are enjoying those shadows as well. in a few parts of the ground, especially when you are fielding down the boundary lines. So there is some opportunities available for the fielders. That reminds me of my playing days from school life. Will be a wide, no, touch of the pad. So there was someone who always wanted to run away from the sun, from the exposed areas. It doesn't matter whether you need a fielder on that region or not. He'd always want to field there, especially down the just behind the wicket keeper. And their excuses were like that: if the keeper will miss, I will be there to do the cleanup job. So end of another brilliant over from 𝗃𝗺, 46 for 2.
Yeah, I think we've all seen those fielders, those players looking for a bit of shade. But at the end of the day, sports is all about camaraderie and having a good time. That's the first thing. As long as you're having a good time and you're being respectful and enjoying a good time while being respectful, there should be no harm done. Another single taken. I liked when 𝗃𝗺 went for an appeal, and almost like a 𝗂𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗃𝗃, because he was celebrating and appealing at the same time to a delivery that went down the leg side. A good grab by the wicket-keeper back then in that delivery as well. Tiwari back into the attack. Pulled away by Azmat. And finally, some runs. Well cheered by the dugout, the Club SHAHEEN dugout, that is. So, from the other end, of course, a bit of sledging going on. That you're celebrating, but you still need 200 more runs with a bit less than 13 overs left.
Friendly banter going on between the two dugouts. Beautifully bowled. Wow. Fantastic delivery. Squaring the batter. Nutmegging him probably. That went right through the legs.
Yeah. Oh, a run out. Now, this is going to be a bit of a controversy, and I think the umpire should allow this to not be out. And 𝗃𝗧𝗃𝗃 decides to withdraw the appeal, because clearly it was going towards the batter's line of running, and spirit of cricket you were talking about, Shahjad. There you
Absolutely. There you go. It's good to see from the dominators. They are already dominating in the game. Clearly a mishap. Definitely not intentional. After 850 for 2, Club SHAHEEN.
Shanian approaching the dugout of the SHAHEENs and telling the guys in the SHAHEEN Club dugout that this is Test cricket. You guys are playing Test cricket. So I just mentioned a while ago that you can be respectful and still enjoy the game. And I think this is respectful enough, Shahjad, I would say. They're not saying anything disrespectful, I would say, or too offensive. There's a line to it, and this is all in fun and jest, friendly banter.
Absolutely. Bowled him! 𝗃𝗺's second wicket. Azmoth, he was going nowhere with this innings, scoring 4 of 11 balls and then wanted to heave it over mid-wicket, missing the line of the ball completely. And the middle stump is dismantled. And that's the 3rd wicket. Club SHAHEEN is losing their way, 50 for 3. Will be wide. So we were talking about friendly banter. So we were talking about friendly banter. We were talking about not being disrespectful. So I want to inform you. I want you to know that, Shanur, when I punch you on your arms, that is not me being not disrespectful. That is friendly punches. Maybe at times it will be painful, but that is out of my love towards you.
You want me to suffer from Stockholm Syndrome, Shahjat? I see. I have to say that there are plenty of people that I see around that do have such issues. Anyways, 4 more runs added to the total because of the wide. Club SHAHEEN, though, way behind.
That is a big appeal, and the finger goes up. 3rd wicket for 𝗵𝗺, 4th wicket for Club SHAHEEN. Arafat, he has to depart for 4 as well. The 2nd wicket in this over. At the end of 9:59 for 4. 𝗵𝗺 picked up 3 wickets from his 3 overs. Brilliant spell. Leg spinner into the attack. Straight away some turn from him. Slip in place as well. Shahnian fielding in the slips. Alamin started well with the ball, but couldn't finish it well, courtesy of Atiq's brilliant 100. Played it late. Will be a boundary. Went in between the legs of Shahnian's name.
You were talking about nutmegs. Now there's one right there. I mean, getting his first boundary, they need plenty more. Atiq looks a serious customer with the ball. Impressive action. Seems to have plenty of control over his bowling from what we've seen in the first two deliveries. Yes, there has been a boundary, but with a lot of luck attached. There you see a controlled delivery outside off, making the batter reach for it. And I think that's what makes it difficult.
So after playing that blistering 100, Atiq is now with the ball in his hand, already showed some control and once again beautifully bowled, beating Alamin outside off stump, flighting the ball, pitching on good areas. He's looking really a good all-rounder for the Dominators.
Brilliantly bowled once again. Talking about a really nice action, a smooth one. And you see, after I spoke about his control and his action, he hasn't conceded a single run. After 10, it's 63 for 4 for Club Shaheen.
A sorry looking scorecard for Club Shaheen. 63 for 4 after 10. 33 extras conceded by the bowlers. And yet the score is on 63 only. 63 from 10 overs is normally not a very good score. And if you add the fact of they are chasing a target of 232, they are going absolutely nowhere. 𝗃𝗧𝗃, right arm off spinner, will be single.
And they want to play at the 20 overs, it seems. It's quite evident. It's about decreasing the margin as much as possible. I mean, on strike. Lofted. And in the end, falls safe. Faded by Tanzir at the deep. Just a single in the end.
Beautifully bowled. Outside edge. Another ball. Current run rate is just over 6, where the required run rate is touching 18 now almost. Wanted to go big over that mid-wicket region. Failed to connect it. End of the 11th over, 65 for 4.
Here's a look at the bowling card. Shanian, Habib, Tanzir, Dipro, the pick of the bowlers with 3 wickets in his 3 overs. Tiwari, Atiq, all being used. Plenty of options for the Dominators as far as their bowling is concerned. Looking to pull it away. We just managed to tickle it down the leg side. Another good delivery as far as the bowling side is concerned. Lofted. Another run added to the total. 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗃 bowling 2 overs in a row. This is turning into a very good over. Rushing the batter. Making sure no easy deliveries are given. Again, very smart bowling. Seeing the batter trying to make room for himself, he just skidded it through. And that ends the 12th over. Atiq coming back into the attack with more leg spin. Played inside out, straight to the fielder. SHAHEEN makes no mistake there, fielding at cover. Al-Amin has to depart. Flighted, enticing the batter to play over the top, but not a good enough connection on that occasion. And a good catch taken. So Club SHAHEEN falling further into trouble as they lose another wicket. Another good delivery and well fielded as well. It's been a total team effort by the Dominators. They've batted brilliantly and now they're backing it up with the bowling and fielding. Just be a single. They're thinking about the second, but yeah, kept to 1. Pulled away, but there is a fielder there. 𝗂𝗃 does the fielding and keeps it to just another single. Was there to be hit, but perhaps a cut would have been the better option. Lofted. In the end, drops short of the fielder at wide-ish long on. Oh, will be 4 more runs added to the total because of the wide. Slightly harsh. The batter almost shuffled a bit, exposing the leg stump. But nonetheless, as we spoke about it being a batter's game, more runs added. I think bowling 2 overs in a row. Short, but because it's flat and fast, Raymond could not make connection. And a dot ball to finish. Oh, will be wide and more runs. So the last over, or the last delivery of the over. Going for runs, more extras. There were plenty of extras in the first innings, and that trend has continued in the second innings here in this match between Club SHAHEEN and the Gulshan Youth Club dominators. Partnership saying it's reached 16 runs from 14 deliveries. Yeah, 10 extras so far. Outside edge. Will be runs, 4 of them off the bat of Manzoor. Had enough pace on it, and this outfield is lightning.
'85 for 5. That is a good hit, but straight to the fielder, and Tanzit drops it as well. All happening in a single ball. Was into the slot, was a good shot, straight to the fielder, and he drops it. It goes for a boundary. Too many events.
It was hit very hard. Again, shortish delivery, pulled away, not getting the perfect connection on it. Will keep it down to a single required rate. You can see he has jumped up to over 26.
Slight uphill, but clearly that was pitching outside leg stump, so clearly the bowler was never gonna hit in favor of him. That is a big hit, and it is in the gap as well. One bounce for the third boundary of the over. A good one for Club SHAHEEN to end this over after 15, 34 for 5.
Brilliant shot to finish the over. Got enough connection on it. Raymond and Manzoor looking to build a partnership. 29 runs so far from 19 deliveries. 25 deliveries left in this game. Club SHAHEEN 94 for 5.
Short ball pulled away. Will be a single. Oh no, will be another boundary. Tanzit is having a forgettable time out there, filling in that mid-wicket region. Previously, again pulled away. Boundary to start the over, then a single, so good start for Club SHAHEEN in this over. 5 runs already. Upishly played, and it goes over the fielder set for a 6. So gets to 100 in style, Club SHAHEEN.
Yeah, finally some big hits. Much needed. We needed almost every delivery now with whatever is left. Shahjat, some quick maths. A 6 every ball. How many can they get?
So they have 21 balls. Now they have 20 balls, so 6 from every ball will get them 120 runs. And still that will not be enough. And that's an edge. That's a wicket. First one for Shaheen. Sixth one down for Club SHAHEEN. Monjur will depart for 17. 109 for 6 after 16.
You could hear the nick from all the way over here in our comm box. It was an easy decision for the umpire as well. Not much of a deviation, but excellent wicket keeping again. Realizing what could have happened and right place at the right time. Alamin gone. He scored just 6.
It's good to see Club SHAHEEN cricketers. They're enjoying their time out there. I think everyone on the ground, they already know the result of this game. But they are playing the game with the right spirit, following the motto of enjoying your time out there. Enjoy the occasion. I think the fielder in the dip didn't realize that it's coming towards him. Very late reaction from him. Nevertheless, single only taken.
Another run added to the total. Watching it, playing it late. Just a single. Partnership of 44 from 25 deliveries. On surrender one. Driven. And finally goes for another boundary. Oh, seemed intentional. Played fine. Back-to-back fours. give the batter quite a bit of confidence, having hit 2 fours in a row. Yeah, Fuad, he'll have to bowl that again. Wide again. 4 more runs added to the total again. Pace back into the attack. Bowling with good gas here is Rehan, making the batter play and miss. Coming down the track again, an inside edge. He called that the Chinese cut. Goes for 4. Off the bat of Rimon on this occasion. There we see, using his feet, getting the desired result. Perhaps not where he wanted it to go, but 4 nonetheless. Much better from Rimon as well as the bowler on this occasion. Rehan showing his array of deliveries that he has with that last one. Slightly slower, bouncing a bit more than expected. Perhaps rolled his fingers over, making it a cutter. And the finger is raised. So Rehan in the end gets a breakthrough. There we see it. Faint edge, not much of a deviation once it hit the bat. That's another wicket down. 𝗂𝗵𝐶 staring down the barrel. Abir, the new batter in for 𝗂𝗵𝐶. Off the mark immediately. We're into the final stages of this match. Coming down the track, bunting it. Will just be a single. Cut away. And that's another 4 Too little too late for Club Shaheen though. He needed all of this earlier on in the innings. As we see that's the end of the 20 overs. Club Shaheen ending on 136 for 6. A big win for the Dominators. A dominant victory in their opening match. Handshakes all around. As expected, the game played in good spirits. Really, the Gulshan Youth Club Dominators have sent a message to the other teams in this tournament that they mean business. They're here to win and win big. For Club Shaheen, it's about going back to the drawing board and replanning, reassessing the areas that went wrong and how they can improve. So that's the batting scorecard, 136 for 7. Not much to write about as far as the batting is concerned. Monzoor Rimon top scoring with 17 each. 61 runs coming in extras. Shahryar with 15. And the other batters all gone for single digits. And here's a look at the bowling card. The star of the show with the ball has to be 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃. Atiq also bowled well, the Centurion. Took a wicket and bowled with a lot of control. Here we have a look at this run chase by Club Shaheen. Wickets falling in regular intervals, never really got going. And that was some wonderful bowling by 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃. It was the first of his 3 wickets. That was the third one. And in the end, the Club Shaheen just couldn't get going. A wicket for Shanian as well. A rare mishap in the field. A rare blemish for the Dominators on what has been a massive win for them. And that was it. The final wicket to fall, the final nail in the coffin. So, in the end, Club Shaheen managing 142 for 7. And here's your match summary. Gulshan Youth Dominators winning by 89 runs. Batting first, Atiq, the Centurion, 104 from 40. Shezan, Tewari, Fuad, all contributing. And when it came to bowling, they did the job as well. 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃, Habib, Atiq, once again, and Shezan among the wickets. Club Shaheen managing just 142 for 7, with Rimon the top scorer, scoring 18. That was an easy win for the Gulshan Youth Dominators.